Everybody, it's WB on the tail end of another paint project here. On our drying station, we've got a Mossberg Maverick today, and as you can see, we've you can tell we're going with the I call it the olive drab. We're still using the Rust-Oleum that I showed in the video on the SKS camo paint job. So that's what we're going with on this one. I did a little, actually did a lot more preparation on this one. Disassembled the whole gun, cleaned everything out thoroughly with the degreaser, put this much of it back together. I also used a adhesion promoter for basically everything except the barrel. The barrel I sprayed separately with some high heat spray paint without the adhesion promoter. Basically just went right on the metal after degreasing it thoroughly with the high heat paint. I guess you would call it a stove paint, really, for the most part. It's just made for high heat applications, and again went with the adhesion promoter for everything else. Can't really see the contrast here, but I've always liked the kind of the olive drab with the black furniture, and so this is the color of the furniture that we'll have here when I put it back together. And so a few notes on this. Again, try to do a little more thorough job on the preparation. The only thing that I really missed on this was the ammunition tube right here. I did not think to spray the degreaser in there, and after I got the first coat of paint on, I did see some oil in this area right here. So again, we broke out the trusty kitty litter, applied that to those areas to try to soak up as much as I could, and wiped it down really good. Of course, most of the paint came off in those areas where the oil was, but again, after degreasing it as best I could after the fact, went back on with another layer of paint, and it does seem to be holding pretty well at this point. At this point, I've already applied several coats of the Krylon matte finish. Again, we're using the Rust-Oleum. I call it olive drab color, but I think they have a different name for it. Deep forest green or dark forest green, something that I don't have the can in front of me. But again, several layers of the Krylon matte finish on there. The finish actually looks really nice. It has a little bit more of a sheen to it than just the flat paint, but it's really far from being what I consider shiny. You do see the light with a little bit of reflection on it there. But we'll finish up this video with this gun once it's fully assembled, and just give you some notes on some steps along the way in a little bit more detail. But again, at this point, it's looking really nice, and hopefully the additional steps as far as the preparation will pay off on this.
Here, and we're about to unwrap it and put all the pieces back together and see what it looks like. I always like to, whenever we do the big reveal, I always like to make it kind of a social experience, maybe even a ceremonial experience. I got a buddy of mine over here, RZ, and I got a frosty beverage over there. So we're going to have a good time with this. We're going to take all the tape out and put all the guts back in it, and we'll give you a quick look of how it turned out. But so far, it's looking pretty good. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, we're finishing up with the Mossberg Maverick. This is what it looks like all put back together. Again, we got the olive drab on the gun, the black as it came on the furniture. Inexpensive gun, inexpensive treatment to it, and it just gave it a whole different personality. That's what it looks like on the other side. So if you have any questions or comments, video response or anything, please leave it in the comments section. We'll do another video at some point just showing how well this finish holds up. But again, you know, probably spent $10 on this whole project, and it took this little $250 shotgun and gave it a whole new look. So we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in. And again, any questions or comments, video replies, post them up for me. Thanks a lot.